Here is the Sony Cybershot that I got from, I think it's hdhacked.com. I'll put the links in the description below. It's an 8x zoom digital camera, 16.2 megapixels. It has a tripod mount screw underneath. It has the adapter plate on top, which will take the first adapter here, which is a 55mm to 57mm adapter, and then attached to that is the macro, which I have attached here. I've actually screwed it on too tight, so I didn't want to force it apart. That's a super macro. And then if I put my camera down, I apologise. And then to that is the wide angle lens. These two join. Right. This going together right now was actually really quite simple. The first time I did it, I had to be really quite gentle so as not to mess up the threads, because it was a little bit of a hassle to actually get all the individual pieces together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is 4 parts here. No, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 parts here. I have the adapter ring on here. Now, let me make something quite clear. In the description, they say it's a Carl Zeiss lens. While this lens on the camera may well be a Carl Zeiss, I don't know the pronunciation, I'm sorry, lens, it's looking through 2 other lenses in this wide angle setup. So it's only as good as the as this lens that you put in front of it. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to attempt to. I'm just trying to find the groove. So while I have worked the threads, a few times now, it feels weird. Actually feels like it's not in the actual groove it should be in, which might be point in question actually. So that wasn't great. Now, my suggestion is, if you have a point and shoot camera, to use that. You can use this one, of course. It is a nice camera. Okay, so I've got the camera finally screwed together. I almost completely threaded the lens on to the camera body, and it was just off a little bit. So there's the size of my hand, and there's the size of the camera. It's really quite compact. The weight is all lens. Now this, if I take this off, or even if I leave this on and take wide angle, scenery shots from outside or in a room, this is ideal for in a room. It's sold as a real estate camera for taking photographs of rooms in houses, etc. But it's just as fantastic outside. So the ease of use is really quite simple. You just press the power button on. I wish it was a better switch, but I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Sorry about the dogs barking away. So let me see if I can help you see this better. So it has a menu button, and then you can scroll down. It's already set how it needs to be set. All the settings come with it. It comes with a manual, so you can see precisely, you know, how to change whatever you want to change on the camera. But it comes preset the way you would need to for the webcam. I've changed it to a higher quality setting, but I might change it back. So up here we have the zoom, and we have the zoom in and zoom out. So with this lens, oh, and up here you have the choice between the bottom is movie, the middle is landscape, very wide exposure, so you can do like a panorama, and then the top is where you take photographs. But then there's all these different functions and abilities within the camera itself. It's limitless with possibilities. Now this is a 16.2 megapixel camera, but it in no way matches my 12 megapixel camera, which is a Canon 5D. This is I think like a 12 millimeter lens. Even though you got the wide angle on the front, it's a 12 millimeter lens in there. That little square in there is where the lens is behind. So if I were to turn this on, you'll see the lens pop out. So that's now about 1.5 centimeters or so behind the lens, just in front of my finger. So if I was to zoom in, that lens will actually come out and hit the glass. Then the camera will say, please turn off and turn on back on again, because the camera's received an error because it's hitting the lens. They didn't tell me that I would have limited zoom in ability when I bought this camera, but I'm still very happy with the video recording quality of this camera. That is what I bought it for. When I record, let's see if I can pick this up. When I record, I literally, I can't see. When I record, I'm literally holding it like this, and I might be like this far away from my face, or closer, and it looks absolutely fine on playback. It looks weird when you get this close, because then it looks like you're cross-eyed, or your eyes are going like in different directions. But if you hold it away, you'll get the distances right. Now, so that's how I hold it, and the nice thing is you can kind of zoom in and you can twist your hand to be pointing one way, then you can jerk your hand back the other way and be pointing at yourself. So you can have a conversation between multiple people, and then you can very quickly rotate your hand, and kind of instantly you're on them with this camera. People look, because yes, it is a large lens for such a tiny little camera. So it's not an ambiguous type of camera. You don't really disappear or blend into any type of background. You might as well have a nice big camera if you're out and about, because the lens, there's no real hiding from it. There is two there's two, it's either microphone or speaker ports on the top. I think that's microphone on the top, and I think that's speaker on the bottom, those little three holes. It could be the other way around. In here, oh, I just put my finger on the glass. In here is the battery and the SD card. I got myself a the highest model 64 gig memory card. I'll just show you. So I just got the SanDisk 80 megabits a second, not the 90, but it is super fast. 64 gig. When I put this into my Mac, into my computer, the files just zip along and come off so fast. The battery will last just over an hour, so I need to get another one or two of these for when I go out and about and I record stuff. But that's just a small thing. You can also, which I have, on the side here, on the side there's this little port. You can actually undo it. There's a micro USB port there. This is a micro USB port, and this will power the camera. I've yet to try plugging this in for multiple hours to see if the camera will continuously record while plugged into a USB power source. If that will work, then that's fantastic. If you take the front lens off, you've got a fully functioning picture-taking camera, of course. The beauty of this is then it does have the high-quality Carl Zeiss lens. It has full zoom in and zoom out feature capability. It's really quite intuitive. So what's the difference between having something like this and opening up a laptop with a built-in camera, or an iMac with a built-in camera per se, for those Mac people out there that do your blogs and vlogs and your vlogs and your video, what have you? What's the difference between opening up, recording in iMovie, and using this? Well, with the laptop, when you use the built-in camera with iMovie, you just open up iMovie, you press record, and it places the file right there in your project. Well, all you do is one extra step, really. Well, two, you take the memory card out, or you can plug the USB cable into the side of the camera, into your Mac, that's one way, or you take the memory card out of the camera and actually slide that into the Mac. I prefer that way. That's what I'm going to be doing from now on. And then you transfer the files that have already been recorded. It does exactly the same thing as if you were recording with your built-in camera. So to really, you're just talking like an extra 10-30 seconds just to take a card out, plug it in, or plug in your cable. Everything else is the same, except obviously you would press the import button in iMovie. But it's the same, absolutely the same. When I have this lens on front, I don't zoom in. I have it fully wide angle, and I get a great result. I have 3 levels of recording with this particular camera, and with the space-saving MP4 movie format, I can actually record, I think, for I think it's like 7 hours plus. It's something ridiculous, but absolutely fantastic. Okay, what's my main complaint about this camera? Well, when it came with, let me pick this up. When the camera came, it actually came with scratches on the adapter. I'm trying to do them justice. There they are. It came with scratches, which is crazy because it's a brand new piece of equipment. It's also crazy that I have now seen this on 2 or 3 other videos from exactly the same company selling this product. So obviously hdhat.com are screwing up big time. I'm really quite fussy about my equipment. I like to look after it and I don't like to scratch it up. So for me to, it's like receiving a nice brand new car with scratches on it. That's like, guys, what the heck are you doing over there? The second thing is, there's three things. The second thing is the lack of finish on this lens. You actually see the unfinished aluminum base that's been milled down to obtain the correct height for the adapter, so that the adapter will give you correct focus on the lens itself. So I just had to clean off the lens a little bit. It was all grubby from my hand marks. So you see the unfinished surface. That's the second thing I don't like. It looks unfinished. It looks like a hack job. And to be honest, I could do a much better job than this. I would actually mill this down. And it looks like I would be able to mill this down enough that there would be enough to keep it as a ring. So then my next major issue would not be an issue. What I'm going to do is just prop the camera up. So this is underneath the camera here. There is the tripod hole. They send you, I'm going to take the camera away, I'm going to move this. They send you this rod, this bar. And what you do is you mount your camera. Come on, focus. You mount your camera on this tripod, and then you can adjust it, and then you can hold this out at arm's length, or you can get a higher perspective or point of view. And that's what would happen, is you can actually mount the camera on this. So they sent this out, right? No instructions. Who needs instructions? It's just a monopod type mount. So let's look at mounting it. Come on, focus. Alright, so this is meant to go in that hole right there. It can't screw into that hole because see the bottom here? It's going to hit where the bottom adapter ring is offset so much on the bottom that won't screw into the base. It will screw in maybe half a turn. So they said remove this. So I remove this. Now keep in mind, nearly all my other tripods take a regular 1/4 inch screw mount with a flat plate. They said just screw that into this hole. So I'll do that. It's a bit wobbly right now because I secured it off center. Right, so that screw now is as much as it will go into the bottom of the camera, but it is loose, it is wobbly, it is not secure in any way. No, it's not going to fall off, but it does not give me a secure base on which to hold the camera and to hold above my head and feel confident that either the plastic screw is going to fall off or something else is going to snap at the bottom of the camera. This is plastic, this little piece on the end here. Come on, there you go. This is plastic. That screws up into the camera, and what holds it all firm would be a flat surface like this, screwed up against the bottom of the camera to keep it nice and secure, and it would keep it wobble free. It is not wobble free by any means, and I certainly can't use it with my other tripods. Now, I'm somewhat of an engineer, a designer, inventor, what have you, but surely it shouldn't be that awkward to order something that costs decent money. You get it, and they send you stuff that you just can't use, or you shouldn't use. I wouldn't use it. This is a quite heavy piece of camera, piece of kit, and I wouldn't necessarily want to put it on the end of this this cheap piece of plastic, which could snap off at any point, and which could cause you serious damage. So I'm disgusted about a few things, but overall I'm really happy with the camera. Sounds odd, right? Really happy with it. I'll prop it up near my computer if I use it like a webcam, but it's not really to be used as a webcam. A webcam kind of infers that I can use it to talk to other people while online. That's not this type of camera. You can record stuff with it and import it into iMovie and all the other programs like that, and use it like a champ. I'm quite happy as well with the sound quality. I'm quite happy. It's just a few things. The mounting ring, there's no finesse. The zoom capability, you can't really zoom in too much. If you do, it causes an error message. And the inability to use the the 1/4-inch tripod mounting screw underneath sufficiently with anything else other than this little cheap piece of crap that they sent you. So that's really it. That's my 2 cents. There's also an adapter that they were talking about on the website. I got to see what that adapter is. For any of you that wants one of these, I think the code is capital letters CHRIS. That's in the discount code, and I think it gives you a pretty decent code. At least when price off. At least when I used it. So, but overall, even though I'm not happy with the company, I am happy with the main part of this purchase. So I'm sure that this is going to become my main camera by far. Hello, I'm Artistic Brit, otherwise known as Andrew. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe by simply clicking this button right here. This way I can keep you up to date on all my awesome new upcoming content that I'm going to be posting right here. Well, I mean, not literally right here. If you don't like this button, click this button. Thank you.